It's a kind of soothing thing. You put you to sit down, you put you to relax, and then you go on from there. But my radio program has been proven to be really good for the last 8 months, 91.1, until I had to stop because it was just too much. My office, I have like 100 calls a day. I can only do 10, sometimes I only do 5. Now I'm kind of like slowing it down. I have appointments booked since last year.
Wow.
Hasn't stopped up to now. But what I did is I created a Facebook page, especially for the people of Trinidad and wherever around the world, to see what I do. Go up on our Facebook page, put what has happened, say what you want, criticize me, do what you want. I'm helping. As I always tell people, I've tried my best to always help, and that is what I have done. And if you check my Facebook page, you'll see the kind of comments. I have people asking me as they won't do an exam without me, telling them, a girl, did I examine you? I mean, she came to me and she said, Raghu, I had an exam to do, and a law exam. I wonder if I'll pass it or whatever. I said, you'll pass the month. She called me and tell me, I didn't pass the exam. I could understand it. I said, I mean, I didn't pass the exam. I said, go back to UE. Go back and ask the teachers there. Give you your documents, give you your papers and check it back over. She went. They hesitated. She said she needed 7 points to pass this test. And she went, and she didn't get the 7 points. I said, well, you go and pay for it. I will give you out of my pocket the $300 for the papers. And when she went back, she passed by 10 points.
Wow.
And she did get the degree today. There's not only that, there's been people with medical problems I've helped without even asking. You come to me, I don't ask you nothing. I don't ask you that. I just start talking. What I do, I sit like normal in my office. And I sort of relax, and I start telling you which children you have, who's your father, where's your mother, where's your sister, where's your brother, how far they live, which part in the world, from the last operation, if it's going to be good, if it's going to be bad. Every single thing. Like I say to you, I mean, you were there, I didn't have to ask you a thing. Not a thing. People come to my office and they just sit down now when they come, it's like, they look at me. And I look at them and I say, what? They say, well, you tell me. And I say, like, look into a blank wall and see if you can talk to a wall. I make a joke at them, but then I start, because it takes me a little while for my energy to start working, and then I start to do it.
Because everyone's different. Let me ask you a question, and our program here, we focus a lot on health. I want to ask you a question. When people come to you, between the two, health, finances, which one do they want to know about more?
Well, basically, we're in a small island, we're in a Caribbean island, in a small island. And people basically, I don't see the health. What I pick up is that there's age groups. The younger people, teenagers, between the age of 17 to 30, 35. They're all aware about their relationships. Within the relationship, then I don't tell you about one thing. When you come to me, I tell you your health, your family, your relationship.
Do people fear getting news about their health generally?
No, because what I do is I tell people, if the viewers are listening, I went to the studio of Gael one morning, and I told Myron Ali as I walked into the studio, I was a guest on her show.
You told me that.
And I asked her, what was wrong with your knee? And she said, what do you mean? And I said, you did an operation in your knee. And she said, well, nobody knew about it. But I knew, because I pick up things in seconds. And I said to her, I said, if you don't go to the doctor within a month, 3 days, you're going to die. She died a month and 4 days, maybe a month and 5 days, somewhere there. It's because I was telling her to go to the doctor. This is what people come to me for. I tell them what I see. They go. I am happy they call back and say, Mr. Raghu, if I tell somebody that, you have cancer, that I pick up so-and-so, I'm making you aware of what you have. Which means
you have the power to change your destiny based on what you tell them.
That is what I do for people. I make you go there and ask. If you have a job and I tell you there's a job, you have you put out 4 applications for a job, I'm going to tell you which job you're going to get. I'm telling you, and you go and do as I say. I leave you to go and change
that decision.
If I tell you your house is going to sell, don't go home and wait and drink a cup of coffee and wait for your house to sell. You need to put it in the papers, you need to put a for sale sign, but I'm telling you when and how it's going to happen. Now, not 100% of people might feel like that, but the people who've came to me so far has been proven to be 100. They say they go to all different psychic readers, all different tarot card readers. My tarot card is like this. I will tell you things without the tarot card because I do psychic / no tarot card. People want to see the card. It's like you tell somebody something, but they don't actually believe you. If I tell you that there's the wind blowing, you can't see it. Obviously, you can't see it, but you feel it.
Exactly.
The tarot card changes the concept. They actually see the cards. I read one at a time for them, and I go over it, and I read a whole pack, and I tell them exactly. I have proven to do this for the last 17 years, and not once in this pack of cards, not I'm saying that I put all my faith, but whatever I do, I put my faith into it, has proven to be...
steered you wrong thus far.
Never. Because it's good. All I do is I teach people to pray a lot. I tell them the positive things in life is where you need to go. God didn't make anybody that was negative. He made everybody positive. But people have the destiny to be positive, and there's a choice to be negative. But like you say, we always think about the negatives before we put the positive. I put the positive all the time, no matter what.
On that note, if we take a short break, when we come back, we're going to take a look at these tarot cards, and then later on, well, we'll let the callers decide. You be the judge. So far, he has not failed, and I don't think he's going to start anytime soon. So stay tuned to the special presentation of Medical Matters. We'll be right back after this break.
Turning back the
All
answers.
right. So trying to shuffle some tarot cards here. All right. Welcome back to the special presentation of Medical Matters. These are the tarot cards used by Mr. Winston Rago, world-renowned psychic. Tell us exactly how do the cards
Cut it in
work?
half. Cut the cards because you done
Cut
shuffle
the
it.
card.
Yeah, cut the cards.
Cut the
I'm
cards,
gonna show
right.
you. Basically, what happens with these cards, people talk about energy and all kind of thing. For me, card, I read any kind of card, whether it's a plain deck of cards, any tarot card. There's no special energy for me. It's just about how I apply myself to what I do. Basically, these cards is 52 cards, and I do a whole spread, and I read one after, but I take my time and I explain a card at a time. Some tarot card readers just put cards in the pinpoint and leave you there wondering, well, your husband with somebody else, or your wife with somebody else, or they try to pick things, but I kind of go through the whole spread. For the years I've been doing it, I do the whole pack of cards on the table, on my desk. And I give a whole spread. And when I give the spread, it tells a lot in the card because it go 1, 2, 3, and there's a pattern behind it. So I'll give you a little demonstration. Right. So the first card says you need to take a break. Because if you don't take a break from what you're doing, you're heading to get sick. In such a way, you'll end up with a nervous breakdown or something because you might be overworking or be too tired or whatever it is you're probably doing. So I guess you feel like that some, because I could pick up your energy anyhow from that. So it says you're kind of overworking, in a sense. Everybody needs to take a break. It's holiday time.
Fair enough.
The next card says that you're a very lucky person. For the next 6 months to a year, there's a lot of good things happening to you, but you need to apply yourself to what you're doing. Not just sit down here and wait for it to happen. If you have whatever opportunities come anyway, get up and go towards what you have to do. But it's a good opening. It also says that you're a fighter. You're not prepared to give up no matter what you're doing. You'll always be fighting to get through whatever you do in this life. This card, it says that there's money coming your way, but there's a shortfall of money coming your way, meaning that there's a lot of things that you need to do besides just what you're doing right now to make some more money, to put yourself in a better stage.
Just going to focus on these cards here.
It also tells that, people, you might feel like people fighting you down, but it's not really people fighting you. Always come out on top, but just the method and the way you do things and how you do things, you need to make a better approach towards it. That's why you always come up on top. It says you're a very generous person. You give a lot, but you don't get a lot. Well, that's usually in line in this life. It says, whatever you do now, what you're doing now, don't turn your back and walk away, because there's a lot of positive things coming out of what you're doing. Sometimes you may feel to turn your back and walk away. All right? It tells that your energy is in your kid, your energy is all there. Whatever you do is about your children. Okay? Whatever you do, it tells that you have to start praying a little more and have a little more faith. You do a lot of things, Sheldon, but you need some more. You need to be more strong in your faith and your religion. You find
I'm backsliding.
You've been swaying a little bit.
I'm backsliding.
You've been swaying a little bit, but it tells, like these both cards tell you that you need to get closer to the spiritual side of your life and put God first, and then things starts to change all around you. You're not getting enough sleep in the night when you reach home because you're doing too much at night. You're taking a deep breath. It says you're building a house, and whatever building you're doing right now, it's taking up a lot from you. It's taking a lot of energy. It's taking everything from you. And your dream is to finish building this house. You run the pattern.
Air condition and I'm sweating or something.
It tells us your wife, the relationship with your wife. It shows that the love that you have for your wife, you put a lot of energy, a lot of effort into the relationship. But something is happening at home where you're working and the money is not coming as fast as it should come, where you need to put the money. Also, there was supposed to be a vacation coming up, which it didn't happen due to certain circumstances that you had to put back money somewhere else. Sometimes you may feel like you have a broken heart. As I explain to people, not a broken heart from a relationship, but a broken heart probably from the situation that's been happening around you. The whole thing around you, that you need to structure things in a better way so you don't feel like things are happening in such a way that you can't get a grip on it. It also tells that, you're holding on to your dreams. And some people do this. They hold on to things that they want to do and they talk about it. And they don't actually go towards doing what they want. They make decisions late and they keep on. You need to stop. The reality of it is go towards your dreams and make things happen. It also tells you're not spending much money these days. It tells that money kind of tight these days. You're not spending much. It's tight. There's a lot of things that you need to do. Right? And it says sometimes you need to loosen your grip a bit. Spend some on your family, spend some time at home, and spend some money out of the family rather than just thinking about changing everything in your house and fixing up everything. House is not important. Your life is more important. It also tells that you're feeling like you're losing because you're losing out on things that is happening around you because your time is so limited with everything you do. There's a rush, and you're very emotional about everything that's happening around you. You could tell me this stuff. Please stop.
We can stop.
Tell me from the cards, is this not the pattern of how things are with you? You're sweating.
Yeah, it have a condition in here. I don't understand it. Yeah, very, very on point.
And that's just a portion of the card. Now, what I do,
very on point.
When I'm done, I kind of separate the cards and show you areas where, where I show different things in the card and I tell you, you see as I explain you things one by one. I take my time and I explain you. When I'm done with this whole deck of cards, I want when you leave by me that you are satisfied. With this little bit of reading, are you satisfied with that so far?
Very much so.
And this is the thing, when people come to my office and they come to me, I do this reading for them and it's 100% that I don't rely on what I do. I do psychic and tarot. And what I do, I read the whole deck of cards and when I'm done, I started to do the psychic part of it now and I started to pick up a lot of things, but I can do it without the cards. I can tell you all this without the cards, which I spoke to you on the outset a lot. I don't need the cards. That's why I tell people, the cards is one part. I am the next part. But what I do is I tell people and then I confirm it with the deck of cards for them. Because people hearing it and seeing it is two different things. So I've confirmed, the cards confirm things to people who can't just, people can take things, they get telling them have a medical problem and stuff. The card will show, but it wouldn't tell you what your medical problem. That's why I do the psychic part, but the card gives you a pattern of everything in your whole life.
All right. On that note, so you had to zoom up on my face to see burst of sweat.